I think we're live now. Let me check. Okay, now we're live. Okay, hey everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Excuse me there in the beginning. We were having little connectivity issues. But we're live now. Yay.
All right.
Oh, awesome. Everybody, this is Trent Messick. Trent, everybody.
Morning, everybody.
Appreciate you tuning in on a Friday. I know we usually don't do these on Friday, but we have a special guest today. Trent has started a men's business group here locally, a chapter called C12. Right. And y'all are doing some really cool things in the community and people you're working with and all kinds of stuff. So we wanted to bring attention to that. But before we do, for those that don't know you, let's talk about you for a little bit.
So John, I'm third, fourth generation here in Murfreesboro. I've been here all of my life. My dad became a pharmacist. I was actually born in Memphis because he was in pharmacy school.
Okay.
So we had a Rexall drugstore up on the square for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And I started working in that drugstore when I was 12 years old.
Oh, dang. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, running the front cash
Just a few years
register.
ago.
Yeah. Not long ago.
That's right.
And so we've been a part of Murfreesboro forever. My wife and I grew up in churches here. I was at First Baptist. She was at North Boulevard Church of Christ. Okay. And we've been a part of Murfreesboro forever.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, part of my background is being in churches. She and I were worship leaders. We helped launch a couple of churches here in town.
Nice.
But about 13 years ago, it's kind of an entree career to finish up what I want to do and try to finish up well. I joined C12. And so I became a chair here in Murfreesboro, helping Christian business owners grow great businesses for a greater purpose.
All right.
So that's really what we're about. We are, like I said, I grew up in church all of my life, and I had a business here when I was in the drugstore. My brother became a pharmacist. Yeah. And they kind of put me out of a job.
Oh gosh.
So we started doing home medical equipment. So I owned Messick Home Care. We had an office here in Murfreesboro and 6 other ones around Nashville. I started that when I was 26. I sold it when I was 36.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I've been really an entrepreneur all of my life, wanting to. When I went to MTSU, I told my advisor, I said, I just want to own a business. I don't care what it is. I don't care what my widget is. I just want to own a business. That's what I want to do. And so that's been a big part of my life. Church has been a big part of my life. And now what I'm able to do with C12 is combine those two together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Now, you said you started some churches, and I know you were a part of several nonprofits as well, weren't you?
My wife and I, 40 years ago, because this is our 40th year anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. We started, for 40 years ago, we started the Pregnancy Support Center. It's called Portico.
Portico.
Yep. So, and my wife has been the executive director for the past 18 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we're celebrating our 40th year. We see probably 300 clients a month.
Wow.
Coming through the doors of Portico.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we first started, it was an alternative to against abortion, to help young ladies find a solution to not having an abortion.
Yeah.
And now it has expanded to where when a client actually has a baby, we have a program now that we will provide everything she needs to raise that baby: clothing, baby bed, diapers, formula, everything through the first 3 years of their life.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, we've been doing that 40 years now.
40 years. Holy cow. You said 300 people a month?
300 a month, men and women.
Yeah, I got you.
Men and women. So we have 3 ultrasound machines there on site, a mobile unit that goes out to where people are.
I didn't know about the mobile unit. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I know we're pretty familiar with Portico, but what you all do is a wonderful service. Yeah. So, and to find out, it was funny when we first met, and I was like, "You guys started that?" I was like, "Wow, what a story!"
Well, you know, it's God's doing. We felt like there was a need for it. And it's funny, we put an ad in the newspaper.
Yeah.
And
I love it.
And we had 50 people show up.
No way.
that wanted to wanted to be a part of that.
Oh, wow.
And so
Okay.
that launched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a doctor in town write us a $10,000 check, and
Oh, that's wonderful.
we got started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
Wow, what a story. We'll have to maybe one day come back and we can do a little deeper dive into that because I'm sure that's a
My
story.
wife would love that.
Heck yeah,
she
we have you
can-
both on.
She can tell you all the stories.
She can
Yeah.
sit right there. That's awesome.
But because of my background in business, background in church, because we were a part of launching Belmont in Murfreesboro years and years ago.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and that merged with another church, and we became the Carpenter's House, and that was a big part of my life, but also business. I wanted to help business people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just part of what I wanted to do, and I'd been in church all of my life. Never heard the first sermon that your business can be your ministry. You don't have to go sell a business and go be a missionary.
Yeah.
Your business is your mission.
Yeah.
And what God has given someone in a business, that's a gift to be used. We talk about the parable of the talents.
Yeah.
5 talents, 3 talents, 1 talent. So if you really understand what stewardship is,
Yeah.
and if God owns the business and you're the steward over it, you need to grow that business.
Gotcha.
It needs to be successful. We tell people the first thing to do, if you want to have a God-honoring business, the first thing to do is provide an excellent service or product.
Gotcha.
Number one thing.
Yeah.
And then after that, I tell people, just open up when you're having meetings, when you're meeting with people, just open with prayer. Laura and I have been out at World Outreach for about 20 years now, and Alan had a whole series on just let's pray.
Yeah.
And I said, just Father, we desperately need you in this business. Help us, amen.
Yeah. Right. There you go.
And invite the Lord into what you're doing. I had a member who's in the construction business, and he said, I've never ever been turned down offering to pray for somebody that's getting ready to go up on an 8-story lift to work on the side of a building.
Yeah.
They're happy to be prayed for. People like that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, just for those viewers tuning in right now, I just put a link in the comments for more information about C12. So if people want to go straight to the website, they can. It's right in the comments.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's awesome. I love what you just said. They never turn down a prayer. And climbing up the side of a building, I'm sure. So, I had the privilege of joining in one of y'all's meetings.
Right.
And it was what I was expecting, but also not what I was expecting in a better way. And it was really cool to see. And also the men in the group and how helpful everybody was to one another, how everybody prayed over one another, and not only the ministry side of it, but also there's a business aspect to it. And everybody starts talking in there, but everybody's in there to help everybody in one way or the other.
Right.
And it was really cool to see that.
Right. And you're that group you came to happened to just be men there, but it's for men and women.
Yes, I apologize.
All are welcome. Business owners, but it is one of our things that we like to say all the time, which is true. It's lonely at the top. When you're a business owner and you go to a Bible study, it's hard to talk about having to let somebody go.
Yeah. Yes.
Or the things that you're facing in business. If you can get into a group where you've got true peers sitting around the table, and what they're interested in is helping you get better. Everybody else that a businessman faces, they're wanting something from them.
Yes. Yeah.
They want to do business. They need whatever it is.
Yeah.
This is a place where you get your questions answered, and you get your answers questioned.
I like that.
It's the only place an owner can go where a guy across the table will reach out and look at him and point and say, "You're full of crap. You need to tell us the truth about what's going on."
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's the place where an owner now can really be honest because it's absolutely confidential, and everybody's just trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Everybody is struggling with if you're part of a C12 group, you're working really, really hard.
Yeah.
you don't get there because you don't work. You get there because you've gone to work and you have gone through cash flow issues, you've gone through people issues, you've gone through all of those things, and you still deal with them. And everybody in the room is dealing with the same stuff.
That was one thing that kind of got me because, some of the men in the room have very large, successful businesses and been doing it a long time. And, without knowing them,
Right.
Versus face value,
Right.
it was, you think, oh man, you've got the world on your shoulders. This is amazing. And then when they get in and start talking and opening it up, you're like, you're dealing with the exact same thing I'm dealing with. And just on a bigger scale per se, but it's the same thing. And which was also cool in that aspect because, with me being a much smaller business than they were able to provide insight and really help out. Like, John, this is what to expect or what you're going to go through.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the same stuff.
Well, in business, you think about this. Everybody, no matter how many zeros you've got behind your revenue number,
Right.
You're dealing with your product,
Yep.
you're dealing with your people, and you're dealing with cash flow.
Yeah.
And all those issues are the same, no matter how many zeros are behind them.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Yep.
And listen, having employees, dealing with employees, dealing with customers, vendors, those type of things.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do, but when what we talk about in C12 is that's our opportunity.
Yeah.
God tells us to love Him and to love our neighbor as ourselves.
Yep.
And we tell a business owner, your closest neighbor is your employees.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. I agree with that.
And then from there, their families. And how are we loving our employees beyond just giving a paycheck? Okay. And to run great businesses, you want people that come to work for you that are not just coming to work for a paycheck. You have established something in your company to where there's a greater purpose of what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So if when I was in healthcare, that was an easy connection to make. We were helping people get better. If you're in construction, we're building homes or those type of things. We want to do it well. But if you're in a restaurant business or you're a CPA doing taxes, making those connections with people that they really do understand there's a greater purpose behind what we're doing. And the business is just the platform for our ministry.
Yep. Yeah, that's yes. Man, you all said that so wonderfully. That was awesome. Yes, because it's like I said, there was going into that group. There were so many things. I walked out of there, felt like my head, my head was going to explode, but in a good way. You know what I mean? I was just loaded with info when I left. I was like, holy cow. And I remember we came back to the office and I just started writing stuff down. And I was like, okay, I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. And also, some of the guys in there, gave me their number and something. They're like, hey, reach out if you have a question.
Right.
And I was, I didn't bombard them by any means, but, I'd shoot a text. Hey, I just got a quick question. Boom. They'd get me right back. And sure, try this. Very helpful. Like it was
I'll tell you this. One of the things that people experience when they come and visit a C12 group, they feel like you get the hose turned on.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, all of this, how do we do all of that? And so that's why we talk about it being a marathon and not a sprint. So you set your company, your company's working, you're going, what are the foundational pieces of your company? What's your mission, your vision?
Yeah.
What are the core values that you're really running your company by? And are you walking those things out?
Yeah.
In today's world, what we've found is that when you're going to hire Gen Z's, younger people, they're very quick to spot hypocrisy.
Okay, I gotcha.
So don't put Jesus as Lord on the on the front of your wall unless you're really willing to live out what you believe.
Yeah.
And it's not always easy.
Yeah.
Business is hard. Life is hard.
Yes.
And that's why you've got to have a group of people around you, not only to encourage you, but for accountability.
Yeah.
Because I know as men, we just leak. We'll just settle down, and we're not. We need other people to encourage us, to hold us to a higher standard.
Yeah.
And to know that you're able to do the things that you want to do with your business that actually honors God.
Yeah.
You can honor God with your business. You can be a light in the community. Billy Graham said that the next great move of God, not revival, not anything else, the next great move of God is going to be in the marketplace.
Okay.
That's where the people are. That's where that people are working. They may not be in a church anywhere, but they go to work.
Yeah.
And if we can love on people in our businesses and begin to show them this is what the love of Jesus actually looks like, and it's a guy that owns a business, a woman who owns a business, and she's walking out what God has put in her to do, and people begin to see that turns on the light, and that lets our light shine.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of it is how do you shine your light in the middle of business?
Yeah. That was another thing I really enjoyed about learning, like the group that was there, was, again, these guys, very successful businesses, some very large,
Right.
but the things they do behind the scenes that people don't know about.
Right.
And it was like they're not doing these things for notoriety or to bring attention. And you find out so-and-so made a donation X amount to help out Portico, or for example, or whatever. And you're like, oh, man, they have the means,
Right.
and they're walking the walk. It was really cool to learn that. But I get it. That's not something they put out in the limelight.
Well,
but it was really nice to see that and learn that.
I will tell you here's the secret. Running your business according to biblical principles will make you more money.
There you go. Yeah.
It will make your business more successful. Okay? People say, well, religion and business, that shouldn't mix. Well, do you deal with companies that are honest? Do you deal with companies that do what they say they're going to do? Those are just principles right out of the scripture.
Yeah.
And that's like the low-hanging fruit. That's the things we do. I will tell you a story of our good friend Shane Reeves.
Yeah, yeah.
So Shane is really doing specialized medicine for people that are really, really sick. And so they will have to go in and get an infusion, that type of thing. He's got an in-house pastor who is now their chaplain. He will call every single patient after they receive services, and the first thing he does, he just checks up on, did you get everything you need? Was the service correct?
Okay.
Any issues you have, that type of thing. Go through all of that, and just find out how they are.
Yeah.
And then he'll say, is it okay if I pray for you? 98% of the people say, I'd love to have that.
Yeah. That's
Love
wonderful.
that. And it's the first time for a lot of these patients, it's the first time somebody's called them and checked on them, but nobody's ever called to pray for them.
Yeah.
And, so what does that mean? What does that do for you? Now, Shane's doing it because he feels like that's what he's supposed to do. But what has resulted is thousands of 5-star Google reviews for his company.
Yeah, yeah.
Because people like that. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
People are looking for companies that they can build relationships with.
Yeah.
And that's what we're all about. That's really what the scripture, what God calls us to.
Yeah.
We challenge business owners. What are you doing today that's going to be relevant 100 years from today?
Oh, I like that.
1,000 years from today? What are you doing today that's going to last into eternity? And when you stand before the Lord and you say, I made a lot of money, he said, well, our streets are made out of gold up here.
Right, yeah, right.
What are you doing? And relationships go into eternity. What you're doing for people, what you're doing for their families, how you're helping people.
Yeah.
Those are the things that last.
Yeah.
And so we teach people, there's no cookie cutter answer on how you do ministry in a business.
Yeah.
The idea is this, that we don't do business, stop it, and go do ministry. Business and ministry become the same thing. Right in the middle of doing business, it's Shane's example, right in the middle of providing the medications, the infusions, and all that, we're doing ministry.
Yeah.
We're just caring for people.
Yeah.
We're just taking care of them.
Yeah. See, I love that. It just boils down to kind of just love people.
That's it.
Love on them.
That's it.
That's wonderful. Well, you have, I know we've been talking about business owners this whole
Right.
time, but don't you have a program as well that's for non-business owners, right? Yeah.
Well, not for key players.
Key players. Okay, gotcha.
So
yes.
I've got 3 groups of owners that meet. We meet once a month at Stones River Country Club, and then I've got a group of the key players, which are the key people in those organizations.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
director of HR, director of sales,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
type of thing. So one of the things we tell owners is that you're the owner. Nothing happens in your organization except you decide you want to do it.
Yeah.
You can't be their pastor. You're not their pastor.
Yeah.
Okay? So you need help inside of your organization to really begin to bring ministry to your employees.
Yeah.
And so we have several things that we do, but the Key Player Program helps develop those leaders in your organization to come alongside of you.
Okay.
I was at Global Leaders Summit yesterday, and one of the things they were talking about, the greatest need for businesses right now are leaders.
Yeah.
It's hard to find good leaders inside of your organization.
Gotcha.
And so our Key Player Program is a way to grow the leaders, the next people to come in and be a part of your organization.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so all the groups that you have, everybody meets once a month, you said?
Everybody meets. One of our ideas behind C12, Buck Jacobs started it 35 years ago.
Okay.
And one of the ideas he had was we need to pull you out of your business one day a month to work on it instead of in it.
Yeah, I got you.
That once you step into your studio, once you step into your office, the whirlwind starts.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're answering phones, you're answering emails, and all of a sudden you turn around and it's 5 o'clock. And
Yes,
you're
sir.
going, what did I get done?
Yeah.
You know, the tyranny of the urgent, it takes us away from the important. What are the important things that I need to work on in my business? So when we have our C12 day, people come in, and we'll spend the first 30 minutes just kind of focusing on, okay, let's slow everything down.
Yeah.
Now, you've been to one.
Yep.
One of the things we look at is life balance, because everybody is working really hard. But to paraphrase scripture, what does it profit a man to have $100 million business and lose his wife
Yeah.
and lose his kids?
Yeah.
And so making sure that we're focused on, our relationship with God, our relationship with our family, our health,
Yeah. Well, for sure.
getting enough sleep. What are you taking care of those things? Are you having any type of recreation fun?
Yeah.
You do anything? I know guys. They just thrive on work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they
yeah.
just do more work,
Yeah.
more work.
Yeah.
So one of our members, our success was we got him to stop working on Sundays.
Hey.
And then we began to work.
Yeah.
We began to work on him on actually doing the whole weekend.
You got the whole weekend. Yeah,
I don't
baby
think
steps.
I don't
That's
think we were successful in that.
Oh, that's funny.
But we got him to take off
Yeah.
on Sundays because it's just work.
Yeah.
It's what people know. It's what it is really. The problem is that is who our identity is, and what we do, or
Yeah.
what we've accomplished, and what we try to understand is you're a steward. God has given you this gift of this business. Now you're responsible for it, but it's His.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and He actually wants you around for a long time
That's right. Yeah.
to work on it. So it does yourself no good to work, 20 years and have a heart attack.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, or not have a family to
Yeah.
go home to.
Oh, yeah.
Have nobody you've built all this wealth and everything else. Now what are you going to do with
Yeah.
it? Who are you going to share it with?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was actually, I had a very similar conversation with one of the guys there during lunch, and they were talking about what we're doing, and we got some things going on, and, we just go all the time. But thing is, I absolutely love my job, and I love what we do. I love meeting people and doing things like this.
Right.
They were like, look, this particular person was about 20 years older than me, I'm guessing. And they said, look, John, you're going to look back on it and wish you had slowed down. Like, trust me. And they said, start now, just pump the brakes a little bit. Like, yes, you're building something. We get the passion and all that, but slow down a little bit.
Right.
And a lot of them would say that. Like, you're going to look back on it and wish you did. I said, okay. So I'm trying that too. So Sunday, we'll take a day.
Well, you make a lot of money,
Yep.
and you're going, okay, now what am I going to do? what's this for?
Yeah.
And purpose is so important in life. Understanding that as a business owner, you know, money is important. We have one of our sayings in C12 is no margin, no mission.
Yeah.
We got to make profit to keep the business going.
Oh,
Okay?
absolutely.
We're all for business. We are hardcore 100% business.
Yep.
Okay, but it's for a purpose.
Yes.
There's a reason we do what we do. Okay, and trying to understand how do you step into that business and not stop doing business, actually make your business better.
Yeah.
And get to do more of the purpose that God's called you to.
Yeah.
So I've got companies that a lot of our C12 companies have chaplains. There's a couple of national companies, Corporate Chaplains of America and Marketplace Chaplains, that will provide a chaplain for your company. And it's all done. It's all done in confidence, and it's all by permission. But they will build relationships with everybody in the company, and when issues come, they show up. So I had a company do this, and at first he got a lot of feedback. They said, you know, we're all good people here. Most of us go to church. Why are we spending money on a chaplain? Why don't you just buy us lunch?
I got you.
And so they said, well, let's just do it. And about 4 or 5 months in, one of the guys got sick and ended up in the hospital. He'd been in church all his life.
Yeah.
First person to show up in the hospital was the corporate chaplain.
I got you.
And he was there praying for the family.
Yeah.
And the one things that chaplains will do, if you're here, your business is here, but you've got an employee whose parent lives in Dallas and is sick in the hospital, they'll get a chaplain down in Dallas to go visit your parent.
Oh, that's
in
awesome.
Dallas, yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a way of providing care for people. And it's not just spiritual care. We talk about it this way. The first thing you do is take care of physical needs.
Yeah.
Take care of physical needs, emotional needs, and then that gives you the ability to speak into spiritual needs. We don't just start by handing people a Bible. We start by, can you get your car? Can you get to work?
Yeah.
In your car, do you need new tires? What I mean, what's going on?
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
And when you begin to help people meet their physical needs, you build the rapport to where you can speak into more needs.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you said you have several groups, you know,
Right.
that you run. Are there caps to the groups? Like, do you only allow so many people?
Well, we're called C12 because Jesus had 12 disciples.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah.
So we run 10 to 14 people in a group.
Gotcha.
In Middle Tennessee, there's about, I think we've got now 25 groups going in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, okay.
There are, when I joined C12 13 years ago, I was chair number 62.
Okay.
We now have 250 chairs.
Oh, that's
That's how much we've grown.
Yeah.
And we have 5,000 members across the United States, and we're in 4 or 5 other countries now.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a big contingency down in Brazil, South Africa.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We've
Nice.
even got a guy that started in Ukraine. Right in the middle of the war, he started a C12 group in Ukraine.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So if you hit that, I say quote unquote limit
12.
loosely, 10, 12, 14, whatever, do you just start another group?
We just expand more
Okay.
groups. Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
what we've been doing. That's how we've been growing.
Yeah. So if you got 100 people that approached you and wanted to, hey, I'm interested, you can accommodate.
We can get groups going.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Absolutely, no problem
And
whatsoever.
it's the same structure once a month.
Everybody goes through the same material across the C12 spectrum every month. We all use the same material.
Yep.
We do business material. We'll cover every business subject there is to cover.
Okay.
And then we do a whole segment on business as ministry. What does ministry actually look like in a business?
Gotcha.
You know, everybody talks about giving, and listen, I'm a nonprofit. We run a nonprofit.
Yeah.
We love donations.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know, those things are great, but giving money is the easiest thing you can do. Writing a check's easy.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, people are messy. Getting involved in lives, that's harder to do.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we do. We have companies that create caring funds. So I had a trucking company that he created a care fund. He and his partners, they donated about $3,000 into it, and then they set it up where the employees could automatically donate just a portion of their paycheck every month into the fund. He set up a committee of employees, and they would decide how the funds were distributed.
Okay.
So the number one thing that happened out of that fund was funding people to go to funerals.
Oh,
Somebody's parent would pass away, but they're in Colorado.
Yeah.
And they couldn't afford to even go out there. So
dang.
we've got so many stories of members of employees just in tears talking about, they paid for me to go to go take care of all of my mom's arrangement, out of state. And I took a week, paid me to go over there for a week and take care of those things. Yeah. Those people are not going to leave when somebody offers them 50 cents more per hour.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You know, we're talking, one of the things we try to drive that really people try to drive in business is engagement from their employees. We need productivity. We need employees to be productive. Well, to be productive, you've got to be engaged.
Yeah.
And those are the type of things that help employees become engaged into the company, be a part of it. They feel like we're doing something beyond just providing somebody food, just providing, somebody fixing somebody's car, changing somebody's tires. We're doing more than that.
Yeah. Well, wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I mean, they're not going to leave a company like that takes care of them in ways like that.
I had a company that he had an employee that went above and beyond, worked really long hours, really, really hard, and he wanted to show him his appreciation. Yeah. So he was thinking, you know what? I'll get him a weekend with his wife at Opryland and pay for their room and pay for their meals. And he put all that in a card and he mailed it to the guy's wife. Yeah. Now she won't ever let him leave that company.
Like, you're stuck now. You ain't going nowhere.
Dude, you're not leaving. Yeah. You're going to keep working for this guy.
Yeah. But it's nice to hear that they're taking care of those that take care of them. Oh. So yeah, I got to show that mutual appreciation there.
Yes.
Love that. Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time. I know we've held you here for quite a bit, but before we close out on everything, how can people find you if they want more information? I've already put your website in the comments. Okay. But above and beyond that, how can people get more
just
info?
reach out to me personally. Yeah. We put my email up there. It's trent.messick at C12forums.com.
Okay, gotcha. I'll put that here.
C12forums.com. Okay. And listen, here's what we do. We'll have coffee together. Yeah. And let's talk about your business. Let's talk about what you're doing. How do you feel like what is God really saying to you about how you're running your business? People ask, how Christian do you need to be to be in C12? Yeah. The answer is this: you need to be Christian enough to think it matters to God how you run your business.
Okay, gotcha.
It's not based on we're not part of any denominational church or anything. I've got people from all types of denominations, people that are looking for churches, people that, not there yet. Okay. But if you believe God is really speaking to you, that He's given me something. Yeah. If this puts that spark in you that He's given me this company and I really need to be responsible to Him for what I'm doing, how do you figure that out? Gotcha. Well, that's what C12 does. That's what I do. I am you can tell I get excited about this.
Oh, I love it though.
Because
that's
listen, when exhortation, what gets me fired up is when I see the light go off. I saw it go off in your eyes that day you were at our meeting. Yeah, yeah. The light goes off and you go, wow, I am an ambassador for God as a business person. I don't have to get out of business to serve God.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. There was definitely that wow, oh my gosh moment. So and being around those like-minded individuals and hearing their testimony and things that they're doing, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the right place for me. So that was really awesome. Thank you, by the way, for that. That was fantastic. So, well, cool. Well, I put your information in the comments here, so if anybody wants any more information or to contact you, they can. Well, while we got you, anything else you want to throw out there for everybody?
I agree with what Billy Graham was saying. The next great move of God is going to be in the marketplace. And what God is wanting to do is taking men and women who own businesses and begin to show them how to begin to use that for his purposes.
Yeah.
And you don't have to sacrifice your business.
Yeah.
You don't have to give up profit to do that.
Yeah.
We actually help make that business more profitable, more successful. If your church is reconciling marriages, bringing families back together, people are getting to know who Jesus is in the church, would God want to shut the church down or expand it?
Yeah.
Well, we know in Murfreesboro, he just keeps expanding these churches that are doing those things. It's the same thing in business. You just want to keep your business growing.
Yeah.
Because that and more of it.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's trying to do. We become part of what God is doing in the earth, but especially in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Our mission is to change the world. My mission is I want Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I gotcha.
want Murfreesboro to be different because of the businesses that are here that honor God.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
There you go. And I do want to say that I remember how we were talking, how you said writing the check is the easy part.
Right.
But even above and beyond that, you have to excuse me. I don't remember who it was I was talking to about this, but like the Habitat for Humanity house, for example, they didn't write a check per se to that, but they brought like a flood of their employees out and they all worked on the house together. So, I mean, and also what better team building exercise to build a house for somebody in need.
Absolutely.
So it was really cool to hear that. So they brought like 20 employees out. So no money exchange, but it was their time. And then they prayed over everybody. It was really neat. So, yeah. Awesome. Well, again, thank you for your time.
John, thank you for this.
This was wonderful. Very insightful. Learned a lot. So I always learn a lot from you every time we talk. So thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so for everybody watching, if you have any questions or comments, put them down below. We'll get to them as soon as we can. But other than that, you have to come back for round 2 so we can talk about Portico and all the other stuff. So awesome. Anything else?
Thank you. Appreciate
the
time.
Thank you very much.
All right.
We'll see y'all. Thank you.